morning, engines! Hope you're all doing well. Anyway, your crews should all have your work orders. Just about all of you are doing your usual work. That's really all for me today. Have fun! I've got some paperwork to fill out and phone calls to make.
That's weird. He's rarely ever in a hurry in the morning to do anything.
I think something's up.
What do you mean by that?
Well, I don't know. Like, he just seems really anxious.
Well, if I ran a railroad with talking trains, I'm sure I'd feel the same way too.
That, or he's had one too many cups of coffee.
So what kind of work you got today, Robert?
Tankers to Marysville Harbor, service the paper local to Escanaba, and then iron ore drag to Marysville. What? There's no way I can do that on my own.
Well, it looks like you'll have help.
What do you mean?
My orders are bringing grain to the harbor, ballast toppers to Baldwin, and then iron ore drag back to Marysville.
So we have the same train?
Yep. That's strange. Isn't the business car always on one of the storage tracks?
Well, it's on the RIP track now, so they must be doing something with it sooner or later.
Does Mr. Melvin have a special business train planned or something?
Not that I know of, but he does have plans. That's all I'll say.
There's something that you two know that I don't.
Who knows?
Ugh, whatever. Oh, hey there, Robert. Do you know anything about Mr. Melvin's business train?
His what?
Business train. The car is out on the repair track right now.
No, I don't.
Well, my crew said Mr. Melvin has plans, but they won't say anything other than that.
Well, you have fun contemplating that. I'm heading off for the branch line now.
I guess I'm following you then. Do you think Mr. Melvin is trying to impress some business executives?
I don't know.
What if there's a merger happening and he's not telling us about it?
Do you really think he wouldn't tell us something like that?
Can never be too sure with him.
Yeah, sure. Well, I'm off to Escanaba. See you there.
Wait, what? I'm not done loading these tankers.
Well, that's unfortunate. See you later, kitty boy.
David, Mr. Melvin wants us both back at the Marysville yard as soon as we're done with our current trains.
Why?
Don't know. Orders were handed to us on the fly.
Alright, you're both here.
Why is Frank here?
You'll find out in a minute. So I've received a letter from a Western Railroad owner who holds a yearly festival, but this year he wants it to be extra special.
What's in it for us if he isn't even in the same state?
Well, I was wondering if you'd be really interested in going to Colorado.
Oh, you're finally here. I got my paper delivery done and just finished switching these ore cars. I probably wouldn't have had time to push these on my own to the ore dock with how long you were taking. So what took you so long?
One of the narrow gauge engines broke down on the dual gauge, so I ended up having to slowly push them to the yard in Standish.
I see.
Let's just get this ore job over with.
Jeez, Chessie, are you still pushing?
Huh? What? Oh! Now I am.
What do you mean, now you are?
Oh, I was just thinking.
Thinking about what?
Mr. Melvin's plans?
Would you just give it up already? If it involved us, then you would have been told.
Okay, sorry.
Keep pushing, you imbecile!
I am!
Then stop thinking!
I'm thinking about getting this job over with! Okay, we're done, right?
What did our order say? Or drag. Or drag.
Then who said we had to push these cars on the dock?
The dock manager here. Okay, now we have to bring those empties on dock track 3 down the loop into the yard. They're going back to the mine for reloading. Then we drag the loaded ore cars on yard track 1 back to Marysville.
More ore. What a bore. Let's just get this over with.
So why are you in such a sour mood?
A, iron ore drags are slow and boring, and B, no one will tell me what Melvin's plans are. I just like to know these kinds of things.
Just try to enjoy the scenery while we make our run. Maybe that'll keep your mind on something else. After all, I'm the one leading us out of here. As far as your other issue, how about you just ask him tonight when we get back home?
Yeah, I suppose I could do that. So where are we taking this train again?
We're going back to Marysville. Some other locomotives will run through and pick up this load later tonight.
Fair enough. You know, Robert, it's not be easy being green. Spend each day the color of leaves and other ordinary things. Top it all off, you blend in with everything else, 'cause you're not standing out like sparkles on the water and stars in the sky. Can you imagine being a Burlington Northern engine?
Okay, Kermit, don't let nature make you go all philosophical.
You know who does sound like Kermit, though?
Mr. Melvin.
Yeah.
That's an original joke if I've ever heard one. See, now that wasn't so bad, was it?
It was still boring and slow.
Well, nevertheless, it's done and over now. Now let's get some rest. Another busy day tomorrow as usual.
Whoopee.
Evening, engines. Hope you all had a good day. Tonight, I'd like to bring you all some exciting news. I've received a letter from a fellow railroad owner out west in Colorado who has invited our railroad for their yearly festival. But the thing is, we still have a railroad to run, and after doing some thinking, I can take a maximum of 3 engines with me. I've already considered and talked to certain engines about going on this trip, but even if I haven't spoken to you yet, you aren't out of the question. I will make my final decisions tomorrow, as we leave in 2 days from now on Wednesday. Get some rest, everyone.
He's talked to me about it, you know.
Why you? There's plenty of F-40s around.
I could lead or act as a helper on the Southwest Chief out of Chicago, and then the other 2 engines could follow my route.
Mr. Melvin asked me this afternoon as well. Now, if you ask me, I don't think there's any other New York Central K11s out there.
Why not bring a diesel along? I'm sure the rail fans wouldn't mind a GP30 like myself tagging along.
I'm sure they'd rather see some unique steam engines like us.
I'll prove it to Mr. Melvin I'm worth taking on the trip. You just watch me.
Oh boy.
Morning, Robert. Oh wow, it's a bit foggy today.
Yeah, it does that. Ready for some more ore?
Don't tell me we have another ore drag.
Not exactly. Just pushing some ore cars up to the dock and collecting some center beams bound for Junction Yard.
So why 2 of us for just pushing some ore hoppers up a little hill?
So there's not so much strain on one engine. I would guess that, or better combined braking power. It's nearly a 2% grade on that loop there, you know.
You know what? I'll do the ore pushing and center beam delivery on my own. I think I can do it.
Are you sure? I thought you hated the ore train.
No, it's fine. I can handle it.
If you insist, I'll just go straight to my harbor work then.
If I'm completely honest, I don't think Melvin's going to take a diesel on his little trip of his. I mean, sure, you're a Chessie GP30, but look at the steamers we have. I don't know. Anything's possible, I suppose.
That's the spirit. Nothing's impossible. So what else is on the agenda?
After Escanaba, we're back to Marysville Harbor for switching. Then we have a grain service from Marysville to Baldwin.
Sounds easy enough. At least we don't have a loaded drag to do. Here we are finally. Assuming it's those ones right there.
Track 4? Yeah. Seems about right. Sean, go ahead to the front of the train so I know when to cut the throttle on the dock.
Sure thing. Alright, start slowing down. More. A little more. Okay, cut it!
We're a little short back here. Last couple of hoppers aren't on the dock fully.
Okay, I'm gonna hop off now. Now just give it a tiniest bit of throttle. Don't have much wiggle room up here.
Right on. Oh! Good Lord above!
Okay, stop! 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 Stop the throttle, man! Oh no! Back up! Back up quick! You just sent 2 war cars to Lake Michigan!
Wait, what?
It was that ship horn that startled me. My instincts got to me, and I yanked your throttle all the way up to notch 5 or something. This isn't going to go over well with anyone, I presume.
Now I know who's not going to Colorado. Me.
Well, if one thing's for sure, we aren't getting those out with the breakdown train. So, what even happened?
We were a little quick to stop on the ore dock, so I was getting ready to inch Chessie forward a bit more when a ship came by. It blew its foghorn as I notched Chessie up, and my startled instincts told me to panic and pull the throttle almost wide open.
Then we sent 2 loaded ore hoppers into the lake.
Operator error, I guess. But it was all an accident in my eyes. But I do have one question, Chessie. Where's Robert? Wasn't he supposed to be with you?
Yeah, but I told him to stay back and do his other job because I thought I could do this on my own. I wanted to see how I could handle it myself and, well, prove to you that I was reliable enough to go out west to Colorado with you.
Chessie, you're one of the most reliable engines on my railroad. I don't see why you tried to go out of your way to do this, but I do admire your work ethic. As for the hoppers, we'll get the Coast Guard or somebody out here to fish those out. Going back to the western trip, unfortunately, however, I decided not to choose you for the Colorado trip. It's just, well, the controller over there runs an all-steam operation. and he figures there would be a better festival turnout with 3 new steam engines arriving rather than 2 steamers and 1 diesel. I just talked to him today, and the way he sounded, I don't think he wants diesel showing up anytime soon. It's just the way society and railfans work, I guess. I would gladly take you along with me, but it's just...
It's alright, I understand. We diesels aren't really that attractive to the rail fans or the general public. They'd rather see the steamers, pieces of unique preserved history. They built this nation. But there's always next year, I suppose. Or maybe he'll change his mind.
Yeah, there is. But I don't think he'll change his mind on the minimum to no diesels. I still feel kinda bad, but I thank you for understanding. I'll let you go back to Marysville for the day and rest. I'll have someone else take up your trains. Now, while Marquette, David, and Frank are away in Colorado, I'll let you take charge of the excursion trains for the time being. Hopefully, at least some rail fans out here will appreciate its C&O GP30. Evening, engines. Well, you may have already heard, but we've had a bit of an incident in Escanaba. 2 loaded ore hoppers were pushed into Lake Michigan off the ore dock. Operator error due to being startled by a lake freighter foghorn. Nevertheless, I've come to the conclusion that Frank, David, and Marquette will be going with me to Colorado to represent our railroad. We'll be leaving tomorrow morning, and hopefully we'll be there by Friday or so.
I understand they're going to Colorado, but where exactly are you guys going?
Well, we're heading out to the San... Well, everything seemed to be in order. You 3 ready?
Ready as can be.
Yup.
Ready to roll.
Alrighty, onwards, we're heading west.
I don't think we're on the Marysville Railroad anymore.
You don't say.
Alright, so I know we're going to Colorado. But what's this railroad's name again? I'm drawing a blank here.
It's called the San Juan Branch Line, SJBL for short. It's pretty popular with rail fans with an all-steam operation, including revenue freight. But you'll find out more at the rail yard.